Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I hope you're all doing very well. First, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for all the love and support on my Whitmore Academy series. It's been so much fun and I'm excited to share something a lot of you have been asking for, a detailed look at the mods I use to bring Whitmore Academy to life. Today, I will be walking you through the exact mods I use, showing how they work in my game, and giving you tips on how you can use them to enhance your own gameplay. We'll cover everything from increasing student population and adding new school activities to introducing more complex teen interactions and even some controversial elements for those who want to push the boundaries. Whether you're looking to spice up your high school gameplay or create a full-fledged boarding school scenario, this tutorial has got you covered. So grab your notebooks and get ready to take your teen Sims lives to the next level. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Sims 4 content, and let's jump into the world of modded boarding school gameplay. The first mod we're looking at is more students at high school. As you know, Whitmore Academy is bustling with students, and this mod makes that possible. It allows you to have more than 8 students in one class. There are 3 different options that you can pick from when downloading this mod. You can have 18 students, 24, or 40. I personally have 40, so each class has about 20 students, but be careful as it is very hectic to have so many Sims on one lot at the same time. Also, make sure that your laptop or PC can handle increased amounts of Sims because it can get laggy and it can crash your game. This mod also increases the number of students spawning during events such as prom, graduation, and career day. Moreover, you have an option to add a second vendor to the cafeteria. I did it as lunchtime was literally impossible with one vendor trying to serve 40 Sims. Just make sure to place a second cafeteria station or neither of the vendors will spawn. This mod really brings that authentic realism into the high school gameplay, especially when you want a larger student body and drama like I do for the series. Next up is the Fashion Authority mod by Lot51. This one is a must-have for anyone wanting to control outfits in bulk. For my boarding school, I use this mod to enforce uniforms. So in Whitmore Academy, you can see everyone is wearing the same uniform, one version for female students and another for male students. If, for example, a Sim spawned with no uniform on, I can easily enforce it on them manually through Fashion Authority menu. With this mod, you can pretty much create a uniform for any occasion or career, but for the purpose of this video, I will show you a few tips on how to make your students wear a uniform to school. What you will need to do is click on any of your teens that go to school and look for the Fashion Authority category. Select create a thread because you will not have any created yet. Body frame and fashion preference will be pre-selected based on the sim you targeted, so you will need to do one for male sims and one for female sims. To create high school uniform, you need to pick career category and then click on high school student. You can then start fresh by clicking on Modify in Cast, which will take you to Cast menu where you can customize your uniform. As you can see, there is also an option to enable merging. What this means is basically whatever accessories your sim is wearing before going to school, so for example glasses or hats or bags, will be merged with this uniform. So you can either enable or disable this function. Alright, next up we have the Education Overhaul mod by AD Pindigo. This mod completely revamps the education system, adding so much more depth for the Sims of all ages, especially children and teens. It adds so much realism to the schooling system, like bringing in more school interactions. For example, your Sims can get into detention or you can help with tutoring, which I just love for storytelling purposes in Whitmore Academy. Education Overhaul also adds a ton of new school interactions for children and teens. For example, when teens do their homework, they have new options now, like write an English paper, work on art critique, solve linear equations, submit original composition, prove scientific principles, or compose analytical argument. You can see each of these tasks help you level up different skills. So for example, if I ask Sophia to solve linear equations, she will start gaining logic skill, which I think is so much more useful than simply doing homework, as it actually gives your Sims an opportunity to build their skills while they're in school. But hold on, there's even more. Your teen Sims now have alternative school options like prep school and boarding school. For this gameplay, I am not using a boarding school option because unfortunately it is a rabbit hole option, but if you're playing with a family and you want your teen or child to attend a boarding school or specialized school or even military school, you can now sign them up and send them off. This option basically means that they are away from the house but still gaining skills and building relationships, and it is great once again for adding realism and expanded functionality to your game. gameplay. If you want to enroll a child or a teen in one of these schools, you can use the application process. You will need to complete personal statements, interviews, and even pay application fees. This mod even adds virtual school options, so if your sim can't make it to physical school, they can attend school virtually. If they choose to attend school virtually, they will have 3 tasks to complete each day, which could include options like group session with classmates, independent study, 2 hours of physical exercise, completing an assessment, attending virtual classes, or finishing assignments. Students are required to log in and out of the virtual classroom at the start and end of each school day. Even though they're enrolled in virtual school, they still can take part in school activities, in-school events, and after-school programs, and will receive assignments like their in-person peers. There are also new school events like spelling bees, science fairs, and even school dances that pop up randomly during the week. Also, this mod brings back detention, so if your sim is goofing off in class, they might end up staying late for punishment. The game becomes much more dynamic with this mod, and school feels like an important part of your sim's life. I just love this for storytelling purposes, for added realism. It just gives you so many more options on how you want to play with your teens, especially since currently in the game the options are quite limited. Moving on, we have Autonomous Homework by Little Miss Sam. This mod is perfect because, as you can see, students are sitting down and doing their homework without me having to click on them individually and making them do it. In a boarding school, students should naturally be working on assignments, and this mod makes it easy for that to happen in the background without micromanaging. Honestly, this mod is a lifesaver for when you have a big household with a lot of children and teens. If I had to individually make every one of them do their homework, I would lose my mind and they would all probably get Fs and get kicked out of school. But with this mod, they will autonomously do their homework whenever they have free time, which makes my life so much easier. So I definitely recommend this mod if you don't want to micromanage your Sims homework. Now for another household management mod, we have Shop Chef Buffet by Ravasheen. It is a great addition for creating that cafeteria vibe in the school and managing meals for large households. I love how easy it is to set up different food stations, pick different foods that you want to set up, and it fits right into the routine of the boarding school. So when the food is ready, students can simply come down and pick whatever they want. It also works great for any large events where you need to serve food. Plus, it's a huge time saver when you have so many Sims in one household. Instead of cooking them individual meals, you can just set up the buffet and let everyone serve themselves. It's much more efficient and realistic for a boarding school setting. To make teen high school experience more career-oriented, I also use Internship mod by Maple Bell. This allows my Sims to start prepping for their future career goals by signing up for internships while they're still in school. Internship mod adds an exciting layer of realism and professional development for your Sims, as you can now find internships, apply for them, gain valuable work experience, and even talk to adults and your peers about being interested in finding an internship. It is perfect for Sims who have just graduated high school, finished college, or currently attending university and want to explore career options. You can start by contacting the internship placement agency. It is accessible through your phone in the work category. You can select Go to Internship Agency, where you'll be asked to become a client. These internships are directly related to the in-game careers, so you will receive a personalized list based on your skills and traits. After selecting an internship, your Sim will go through an interview process to see if they are a good fit for the company. If successful, they will be offered an internship. Another unique feature is the option for a travel internship, where your Sim will be away for a set period of time, for example, a week, 2 weeks, or even a month. Once your internship ends, there will be a chance that your Sim will receive a job offer. This offer will be skill-based, so Sims with higher relevant skills have a better chance of getting hired. If successful, they can start their job at a specific career level based on the job they are applying for. Next up is the Teenage Interaction Reactions by Sims 4 Daily Plum Bob. This mod really amplifies the emotional responses of teens, making the game feel more natural. It tweaks some of the in-game interactions that you can perform with teens and adds moodlets and reactions to them. For example, when you now boast about messing around, you get different reactions to it depending on who you talk to. Some other things that might affect the moodlets and the responses is your Sim's popularity status and, well, whether they are lying or not. You can now also ask about Woohoo and see what they have to say about that, and I just love how you can use it to expand and enhance your story time while playing with teens. As I mentioned, the reaction depends on who you speak to, so sometimes the answer might not be what your sim was expecting. There are more interactions like these that this mod adds, but I will leave it for you to explore if you're interested. Now, another mod by A Deep Indigo is Dynamic Teen Life. Once again, this mod brings so much depth to teen interactions, friendships, and overall life experiences in the game that it is just unbelievable. Now, let's break down some of the features of this mod. First up is emotions and new journal entries. If you like your sims using journal to sort through their emotions, you can now have expanded options when using the journal. Your teens can express themselves better, and these new journal entries also impact their character values. Also, mood swings. These have been toned down to avoid extreme emotional responses like emotional deaths, making it more balanced. There's also a mental health add-on. Teens can now talk about their feelings with other sims, call a counselor, attend a teen support group, or even use a hotline to manage their emotions. It adds a layer of emotional realism that's often missing in The Sims. Next up is the after-school activities. There are 7 new after-school activities that have been added, which is amazing for my gameplay. These activities include Adventure Club, Arts and Craft Club, Mock Trial Team, Performing Arts Club, STEM Club, Student Council, and Swim Team. You'll even get unique tryouts, tasks, and weekly events like performances, trials, and competitions every Friday. Now, you know that my game is literally based on popular and rich sims, and this add-on just makes it perfect for this gameplay. Teens are now assigned a popularity rank based on their traits, activities, and skills. Ranks include very popular, popular, not popular, and unpopular. Teens also get different feelings about popularity. They can either care about it or not. Their popularity status is dynamic and can change depending on what they do, what skills they have, and changes in their personality. This system affects social interactions and relationships, so your Sims social life are dynamic and constantly evolving. Another add-on is more for family gameplay, and now parents can control whether their teens can date. Your teens will now have to ask a permission to date from their parents, and then they can either sneak out for dates if parents say no, and if caught, they might face consequences. Teens now also can belong to various cliques, like Womp Jocks, Artist Collective, Nerd Brains, Rebel Rousers, Cool Llamas, and Floaters. Your Sim's skills and social standing can help them rise within their group, and they might even face rivalry with other cliques. Most of my boarding school household is obviously in Cool Llamas. Another amazing add-on is that teens can receive more invitations to events like bonfire parties, concerts, and even hookups. Just like in high school years, they can ask permission to attend or sneak out if they're feeling rebellious. If you use Basemental Mod, experimenting with substances can add another layer of complexity to their social life. Currently, your teens can get invited to bonfire party, sleepover, movies, concert, experimenting, hookups, and school games. There are also new teen activities available. They are unfortunately rabbit hole options, but they add a great opportunity for storytelling, which I love for my gameplay. You can even go to these activities with your friends, which is just awesome. Activities include college fair, date, debate club, experimenting with friends, group date, hanging at the mall, hookup, life skill class, prom, school newspaper club, and shop class. Additionally, there's a new gossip and rumor system where teens can gossip about classmates or spread nasty rumors, potentially damaging the relationship with the person they're gossiping about. Once again, this is just an amazing mod by A Deep Indigo that adds realism for your teen gameplay. Now for a bit of a controversial one, Wicked Whims. This one is definitely 18 plus, but it does bring a lot of realism into your game. I mainly use it for animation purposes when I want cute scenes, but it's also very helpful to add drama into your game. Just as a disclaimer, my teens are all 18 years old in this Let's Play, but basically to enable Wicked Whims interactions for teens, you will need to go into settings and toggle this switch on. Some of the creators that I love that do Wicked Whims animations are Kiki Chains, EP404, and Grey Naya. But again, do be mindful because some of the animations can be wild. This mod also adds an attractiveness system to your game, which definitely creates drama. It also has menstrual cycle, birth control, and STDs, which are again great for realism purposes. For a more toned down version of this mod, I would recommend downloading Wonderful Whims. For those sweet or awkward teenage moments, I love using Ask to Learn How to Kiss by BougieChloe. This is such a wonderful little mod that adds charm to teen love stories, like when my Sims have their first kiss moments. Now you can ask your friend or other teens to teach you how to kiss. It comes with its own cute animation, and you even get buffs depending on how that kiss went. Another amazing small mod by BougieChloe is Cry Mod. This mod adds a new cry action to your Sims main menu, complete with custom animation and a moodlet. What's great is that this action is available for teenagers through to elders. For teenage Sims, crying actually helps boost their emotional control if you're playing with the Parenthood game pack. Back to ADIP Indigo, I used delinquent teens to simulate rebellious Sims who may skip school or get into trouble. You'll notice that some of my Sims aren't exactly model students. This mod introduces new scenario that revolves around mischievous teens. It gives your Sims the ability to run away into a rabbit hole while still being part of the family, and includes a school infraction and juvenile justice system. Your teen Sims will face real consequences for their misbehavior, whether they're pranking at school or tagging on the street. Now, if you have a rebellious teen who wants to run away, this mod has you covered. Your teen can choose to run away while still being part of the family, entering a rabbit hole experience. While they're on the run for 5 days, they'll encounter various situations for you to react to. Upon their return, the family's reaction will depend on the circumstances. They could be welcomed back or face some harsh words. And don't forget that parents can report their missing runaway teen, leading to possible return by the authorities, which might come with a citation for a status offense. This is a very big mod that adds a lot of things into your gameplay, so if you're interested, I recommend heading out to ADIP Indigo's website and checking out this mod in detail. Next up is Basemental Drugs by Basemental. This is a mod that brings a mature and more gritty elements to the game by introducing various substances that Sims can interact with. This mod includes everything from experimenting with alcohol to full-on substance use, with consequences for addiction, withdrawal, and rehab. It's designed to bring some realism to the darker aspects of teenage and adult life, and you can even see how it affects relationship and performance in school. You can customize the severity of the interactions through settings, but just note that this mod is best for mature audiences since it deals with sensitive topics like drug use and addiction. It's especially great if you're looking for a more authentic slice of life feel for your Sims, where their decisions, good or bad, have real consequences in the game. And that is it for today's mod review. These are just some of the mods I used to make my Sims 4 boarding school series more immersive and fun. Let me know in the comments if there are any other mods you want me to review, or if you'd like a deeper dive into any of the ones we covered today. And do let me know which one of these mods you will be trying out. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really motivates me to produce more content for you guys. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next video.